going on YouTube? It's me, Big Unc, back once again. Another reaction, another video, another day. Today we're going to do TikTok paranormal videos and see what's going on. Y'all rock out with me. Let's see. If you don't like the videos, man, comment down below. I'll switch up the game. Send it to your friends, your family, your co-workers. Even if you hate the videos, send it to your enemies, man. Tell them that you like it and let them watch it. Subscribe and like, man. We're growing every day. I appreciate everybody that watching the videos, who commenting, who subscribing to the channel. We keep growing. I ain't going nowhere, so let's kick it.
Are we speaking to Zozo?
Smells like rotting.
Alright guys, quick warning because we're going to go into an actual case where a demon is present. The Zozo haunting of Darren Evans. And let me just say, demons are such vile, evil, weird creatures. In the realm of our existence, these are the worst possible things that could ever exist. I don't know why they're here or where they came from, but I do not like it.
Some people say demons, archons, those kind of spiritual beings or creatures, they feed on negative energy. So anytime a lot of negative energy around, they ain't play. They don't like positive energy, only negative.
What I've learned, the best possible thing you can do for yourself,
and the reason being because negative energy is usually stronger than positive energy. So
is keep positive emotions. Because demons like to latch onto anger, fear, anxiety, and in all the cases that I see, they latch onto people with those exact emotions. They don't like happy people. So yeah, that's just my advice, and don't let this video affect you. Alright, let's get into this story. In the early 2000s, Darren Evans, his wife Kathleen, and his friend Randy got a Ouija board. Randy came over and they walked upstairs into a room where they attempted to contact the lead singer of AC/DC. They placed the planchette on the board and began to call out. Everything went normally, but at the very end of the session, it said, so they're like, that was weird, but whatever. So the next day, they decide to do another session. But this time, things got weird. The board said that Randy was cursed and he would die in a car crash. And later, he did. Regardless of this, Darren became obsessed with the board and began to use it again. And one night, him and his wife were using it when suddenly her eyes turned black. She realized that she was blind.
People never use Ouija boards. And if you do, go to a safe place, not inside your house. Go out to a park somewhere, and somewhere that, because they can't latch on to your house or anything in your house. And make sure you say goodbye at the end of the session. Never just leave it. No matter how scared you get, will go on. Make sure you say goodbye. Close the session out. Because a lot of people make mistakes when they just get up and run. Now the spirit's still there. Or you need to get that white goose powder, put around the circle around you so the spirits can't enter the circle and attach themselves to somebody.
She cried and screamed. The planchette on the board went back and forth from Z to O. But eventually, her eyesight would come back. But later that night, Darren was about to walk down the stairs. His daughter was at the bottom, staring up at him, when suddenly something lifted her into the air and she began to scream. She was carried all the way into their basement and pinned against a wall. So Randy and Kathleen were absolutely tormented by this thing forever. And eventually, they just moved out. Also, by the way, I wanted to say I reached out to Darren myself. And I'm going to try to do an interview with him and I'll post it here on TikTok. So if you guys have any questions that you want me to ask him, leave them in the comments and I will use the top liked comments. So now that you guys know the backstory, we get to the part where the Ghost Adventures team visits the house. Zach Bagans and the crew pull up and they are clearly freaked out.
This is a real demon.
But not as scared as Darren and Kathleen. Kathleen is on the verge of having a panic attack because they haven't been in this house in over 10 years. And Zach wants them to use a Ouija board. So they step inside and the activity just starts immediately.
Weird in here, guys.
And Darren and Kathleen are having flashbacks. So everybody walks upstairs and they go to the exact same spot that Darren and Kathleen used the Ouija board 10 years ago. They sit down, they grab the planchette and they place it on the board. They call out for Zozo, and as soon as they do, they hear footsteps walk up the stairs.
Are you with us?
Suddenly, the room goes.
Did y'all hear that? I heard the footsteps as well. I wouldn't go back to that house though. Because sometimes spirits have the ability to attach themselves to people or objects, and you won't even know.
Goes cold, and a feeling of static electricity covers everyone's entire body. Then the feeling of dread completely takes over, and now the room begins to smell like rotting.
You smell that?
You feel? Yes.
I smell it. Something that smells like.
Smells like rotting.
After this thing walked up the stairs, the energy, the smell, everything in the entire room became so utterly disgusting that Kathleen is just gagging and coughing. And eventually, she just wanders off. But very soon, she comes back in. But she is no longer Kathleen. Her belt is undone, she's acting weird, her voice sounds different.
You just. Shut the
What was that?
Who's in here?
Kathleen.
Well, the way she said that.
And she claims to have spoken with Zozo himself. And while all of this is going on, the planchette on the board is going back and forth from Z to O.
Are we speaking to Zozo?
Mama. Zava. What's wrong?
So eventually they just close out the session, but it seems that it did not do anything because the activity just continues. I've looked for more information on Darren and Kathleen just to see how they're doing now. I did find Darren's social media and that's how I reached out to him, but I'm not sure how he's doing. But that's why I'm hoping to get this interview, so again, leave your comments and I will ask him. That's if I get it, but we'll see. And eventually, I hope I could visit this house. I know as I get bigger, I want to do some like actual investigating myself, so if I could go to that house, that would be cool. I know it is a terrible idea. But you know, you only live once, and I feel like I'm pretty protected. So if you guys want me to visit the Zozo house.
He sound high.
In 2019, body cam footage surfaced of police responding to a call to a vacant house after the neighbors claimed a dark-haired figure entered the home. Now the neighbors knew that no one lived there, so they called the police. This is because a murder had happened there just weeks prior, when Chris Watts took the lives of his pregnant wife and 2 daughters. And ever since his arrest, the house...
I remember this story right here. This asshole killed his pregnant wife and his 2 little girls. Piece of shit, dog. For no reason at all, other than he wanted to leave her and didn't want to pay child support. He didn't want to be with her no more. That's crazy as fuck. He deserved to get the death penalty. I don't know what state he in, or city or whatever, but I know that he need to be murdering his damn self.
house sat vacant. Now the deputies knew the history of this home and assumed someone broke in for an easy robbery. And as they began to approach the home, they noticed that the garage lights are already on. So they decide to start their search there, and you can tell by their demeanor that they're uneasy.
Cooksy, hold where you're at. We'll come out to the garage. Frederick Police Department, anyone in the garage? Frederick Police Department, make yourself known.
There's no way to get in, like, on the top or anything?
Now, if it was somebody in that house, if they didn't say anything when they came in there and they just popped out, they had to go get shot. You see the tensions in the air.
I don't see any access. Just no access points.
Is it sealed off from the top on that side?
Yeah, never mind.
By the time they reach the garage, it appears the lights are off, so they look for any entry points the intruder may have used. So while this deputy checks the kitchen, the others investigate upstairs.
Right there. Shut the
And with this house history, you know they're walking on eggshells right now. They're nervous. Their fingers on the trigger. Anything pop out right now is shot.
Blue coming up.
Blue coming out.
You can see the officer almost seems nervous as he keeps guard in front of the kitchen. But more importantly, I want you to take note that the officer opens the closet to check for intruders, but then closes it right after. Because this will be an important detail in the next clip as the officers are getting ready to leave after clearing the entire home.
Like vents like those that are big enough that maybe they open and go like that.
Let's go clear upstairs.
No, let's go.
Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs? Frederick Police Department, anybody upstairs? Make yourself known! You guys want to cover me? I'll grab the gate.
So nervous, so much energy going on right now.
I'll hold down here.
As you can see, the closet door's open again, but maybe he didn't shut it all the way the first time and it just popped back open. You know how closet doors do sometimes. So I'm not going to say it's a spiritual thing or a ghost thing or anything like that. Probably just coincidence, but we'll keep going on with the video.
Did you see it? Because as the officer pans the body cam, it looks like the closet is opening entirely on its own. Now whether this is paranormal or not, this has led many people to believe that this house is haunted. And it should be noted that Chris Watts was given 5 life sentences and has gone on record saying that every night in his jail cell that he's haunted by the spirits of his family. But as always, let me know what you think.
And that's true. I remember a story a guy was telling me when I was incarcerated. He was like, he can't sleep at night because everybody he, got rid of or pum, he see their faces at night, so he only slept in the daytime and stayed up all night. Because humans are not naturally built to kill or do things to other humans. We're not built that way. So when you do stuff like that, it bothers your spirit.
This is July the 30th.
Today's story is not going to go how you expect at all. To start, we are going to go to Seattle and step into a house owned by a man named Keith. Keith has a girlfriend named Tina, and they've been having some very weird experiences. His 400-pound couch keeps getting flipped over. His Bibles and crosses are being burned. He's finding writing on his walls, the number 666 and these strange symbols.
Well, Keith, it's time to move because we don't deal with stuff like that, so I don't know. But, got some crazy stuff going on. I don't even know what to say about that one.
His cabinets are being flung open, and the house is getting totally ransacked.
But just thrown everywhere. Walked in, the table's on the floor. I haven't been home too long before I realized.
Well, obviously, Keith and Tina are freaked out, so they reach out to a priest. The priest comes by and tries to open the door, but when they do, it feels like it's welded shut. Keith is on the other side, so he tries to open it, but in his words, he said it feels like an elephant is blocking the door. Obviously, when I found this case, I was extremely excited. You never see anything this intense. The only thing I can think of is the Long Island haunting. But something is off about Keith and Tina. I noticed that they seem barely affected by this. If you look, they don't seem traumatized, they don't seem scared, they seem barely affected.
You don't believe that you've ever been fully possessed in this house?
Never been possessed, no. Now, we've had eerie feelings. I mean, I don't know if that's being possessed.
So this entity's never personally attacked you?
No.
They're like, yeah, we got some scary stuff going on, but it's okay. When you look at cases where people are seriously affected by demonic forces, just retelling the story will send them into a panic attack and trigger
either Keith and his old lady doing some weird, crazy stuff, or they into the whole satanic witch, whatever kind of thing they got going on. They did something. They know they did something. They're not telling the whole truth. They're not telling the whole story. Something going on, because I know that, not to sound like I'm prejudiced or racist, but black people, my people, we don't play with spirits. We quit to throw salt, burn sage, prayer oil all around the house, crosses all everywhere. So I don't know what he did or something, but it's something going on. They're not saying the whole story. So let's keep going, y'all.
intense PTSD. And when this happens to people, they will not step foot into the house. They will go bankrupt to get out. Because when there is a spiritual force that is that powerful, it would completely tear you down. So that's why when I was looking at Keith and Tina, I was like, this doesn't seem right. So I put on my investigation hat and I did some more digging. And I found that Ghost Adventures actually did an episode on this exact house. And it is hilarious. So I'm gonna show y'all that. But I don't want to judge too fast because maybe Keith is just like really tough, you know what I'm saying? But I don't sense genuine energy from these two.
Claims here of some demonic activity in your house. I know you two have asked for help, and we're here to do our investigation. We got 4 cameras going on inside of your house.
So the Ghost Adventures team pulls up. The first thing they do is send Keith and Tina inside the house. And Keith and Tina do it with no hesitation. They begin to walk around and ask if anybody is there. But the way they're behaving and saying things makes it seem like they don't have any fear and they don't expect anything to be there.
Okay, talk to me, Ghost. Here's your day. Talk to me. This is Keith. Where you at?
It's amazing how quiet you are today.
You and I have been having a 5-month back and forth, pretty intense stuff.
Time for you to go.
What is going on?
What's here that you want so bad?
They do this for a long time and absolutely nothing happens. So then the Ghost Adventure team decides that they should go in. And they don't feel anything in the house. But Zach does pick up one thing. And that's that Tina is scaring him. And at one point she keeps walking towards him and it freaks him out. The only weird energy in that house is Tina.
What is your name?
Jesus.
Was the house built on top of you?
Very weird vibes all around. Now, I wasn't going to make a video on this, but I decided to make it anyways, because most of the stuff out there is fake. So I really do my work to make sure that I'm telling a good, true story. But I just thought this one was kind of funny. They definitely.
They're not being completely honest, man. Something going on. They did something, or she was into something, or they did something together, Ouija board, something they did, because they acted too calm, too relaxed about the whole situation. I don't like it.
They cap it, but I will leave you with this, because one scary thing did happen.
My most terrifying experience throughout our entire investigation is this bug crawling on my face.
What the hell was that? Oh shit!
Now see right here, this is a real reaction. This is how people normally act when there's something going on in their house they can't control or explain.
There's actually something. There's actually something. I don't know if it's somebody or something laughing. What is that sound? Which one just got on? What was that?
not saying, not doing that.
Oh shit! What the hell was that? Oh shit!
What the hell? Banging on the door at like 3 in the morning.
What the hell are you? Get out of my bed! Hell no. Wait, it was right there. It was right here. What the?
The fuck is that in the woods? Hello?
That's probably a rake. Most time eyes like that be rakes.
Hello?
Keeps peeking in here, help me. Oh my goodness gracious, what the hell? Ain't nobody in the other room. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, my pistol's in the other room. I can't do it. What in the hell is that? Oh my gosh. It keeps... Hello? What do you need? I don't even know who you are.
Now, I'm calling a cap because if you that afraid or that scared, your gun's in the other room, go grab your gun, get the gun, and shoot through the door. Whatever it is, go run or be dead, either way. I don't like this one.
This house is haunted. There's something in the other room.
Well, y'all, that's about it for tonight. Hope y'all liked the video. Just a quick, I had to do one little quick one. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all take care, be easy. It's been Uncle Willie, signing off.